Saturday, October 18th. Today I'm at Yosemite National Park in California. That's Bridal Veil Falls behind and above me. And just getting into the park in the evening, kind of late. Meet up with some folks and then should do a few more days here.
She didn't.
No,
to
some degree, but I think, you had the whole... It's Sunday, October 19th, and in Yosemite. This morning, brunched it up with Brian Powell, his buddy Megan, and now I'm with Brian, and we are in the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias. Is that what this is?
Yes. That's correct.
And this is a pretty giant one. Actually, this is relatively small, and they could be up to 3,000 years old. This one, no idea. These are the tiny pine cones from them, and they can hang on the tree for 20 years. What else? I don't know. Let's see. Can we give some perspective? There are a few more of these sequoias here, but this is Brian next to the wide tree. There it is. Is that what it is? Oh yeah, the three graces. I guess these are the three graces. That bachelor is enormous.
What a stud.
It's hot. Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Here's a broken off piece of granite. You can really see the speckled color in it. It's great, and then obviously that's what all of this is, straight across, going all the way down there. This is Tenaya Lake. Pretty cold. I did a lot of driving today, but now I'm on the trail. This is the Gaylord Lakes trail, and that up there you get no perspective. I just climbed up a lot of that hill in the foreground, but that's Gaylord Peak, and about to head down toward one of the lakes, Gaylord Lake, or one of the Gaylord Lakes. There's two of them. This is in the park's far east section, so just at the very edge by the Tioga Pass gate. Really, the trailhead is just a few hundred feet from the gate itself. So it's a nice trail. It's the first time I've seen snow in a few weeks. There's a bunch here, and you can really see it up on the peaks. So I've seen nobody else on this trail. It is beautiful. Next to the lake, there's this big meadow that's filled with granite. It's kind of sticking out of the ground. there was a sign at the trailhead that talked about how this was originally like a trail in an area, small area used for mining. And the notes in the trail info do say that you can explore the Great Sierra Mine, but I haven't seen that. I don't know where that is. So I'm going to wander around, try to take what looks like some sort of path on the other side of the meadow here, and see if I can find the mine. Well, no mine yet, but there's another lake that I found. Still nobody on the trail, just no animals either, no mountain lions or bears, just a few birds. It looks great, and it is pretty chilly here. Okay, this is pretty rewarding. I hiked up to the other side of where the lake is, and I started to see that the rock was changing from granite into kind of this like iron ore stuff, and I thought maybe that's where this mining camp was. Here you can see the roof of one of these, and there are a bunch of these like buildings or storage areas, or maybe even openings to shafts that have definitely been covered over. Smarter than to go inside any of these. Okay, well, behind that hut that I sort of looked at, you can see the front of, there's a huge hole, definitely like a covered up shaft, and you can see by all the snow in there, there's rock at the bottom. This is definitely where the mine was. This is really like the largest of the intact kind of structures. It's the first one that I saw up the trail, as I came up the trail. And off to the side, actually before I even got to that building, there's all sorts of metal, like some sort of tin can. This definitely looks like some sort of a food or provision, some sort of container. There's more of them. And I guess it goes without saying, but the view is beautiful. You see the snow on the side of this little peak here. I don't know that it has a name. I don't think it does on the map. And then both of the lakes that I passed on the way up here. So now I'm going to try to make it back to my car in under an hour. I think I can do that, but it is getting late. Finished that trail in about 40 minutes, so it's pretty good timing. And I'm going to take off my boots and get on the road. So I pulled off the road. This is like the Tuolumne Meadows, I think I'm saying that right, section of Yosemite. I've been driving west, so what's actually behind me is almost due east, and the sun is behind the camera right now, but it's causing these great like orange and red reflections at sunset here. I mean, it's just beautiful. I think unfortunately missed some of it, but really spectacular purple right now. Keeps changing, so I'm sure I'll see more around the bend. I'm back at Olmsted Point, and that's the sun setting behind Half Dome. Tuesday, October 21st. I'm still in Yosemite, and this morning I hiked the North Dome Trail. Below me is, I'm at the end of the trail. It's not a loop. I have to go back. But below me, way in the valley there, is the Yosemite Valley section of the park. And that's kind of where the park offices are and the visitor center. And you can see some roads and that sort of thing down there. But I started off in that direction about 5.5 miles away at the Tioga Road. And just to give you an idea of scale and what it's like to move around here, it'll take me an hour. Once I get back to the car, it'll take an hour to drive through that area, across the Tioga Road, and then down into the valley. And then another hour back to where I'm staying in Mariposa. So lots of time in the car here. This is just one giant granite dome, and the really cool thing about it is that North Dome is just on the other side of the valley from Half Dome. Half Dome is like the iconic big rock here. And I ended the day yesterday looking at Half Dome, and here's a good view of it. I think this is Porcupine Creek here, and you can see most of this trail out to North Dome is like dense pine forest. They've just a little bit ways to get back to the trailhead.